One video, one habit, a better life after 50. Over 60. Drink these 4 teas to rebuild muscle fast. Nearly 30% of people over 60 lose leg strength without even realizing it. Not until their steps become shaky, or a minor fall sends them to the hospital for weeks. Early morning. The kettle is softly boiling. Gentle sunlight spills through the window. Mr. Tom, 72, pushes himself up from the armchair. He walks slowly toward the kitchen, one hand lightly resting on the cabinet. His legs are not what they used to be, and he knows it. But what saddens him the most is the helpless feeling. Every time he has to ask his wife for a glass of water. I share this story because I believe someone watching this video has felt the same way. You are not a stranger to the feeling of not being yourself anymore. You do not need anyone to scare you about aging, because you already feel it every single day. But here is what I want you to know. There are types of tea that seem simple, yet they are now being studied by Harvard University and Mayo Clinic, showing real promise for reducing muscle inflammation, improving circulation, helping deeper sleep, and rebuilding muscle strength in seniors. And just 1 cup a day can make a difference, in as little as 2 weeks. But here is something even more interesting. Among the top 4 teas for people over 60, one comes from a place you would never expect, and it is often overlooked in American grocery stores. Can you guess what it is? If you are looking for a natural way to strengthen your legs and keep your independence, stay with us. And if you find this video helpful, please like, share, and subscribe to Senior Healthy Tips 50+. At Senior Healthy Tips 50+, we do not just share information. We share care for your parents, for your grandparents, and for the future you. 1 Ginseng Green Tea, awaken every cell, strengthen every step. I still remember Mrs. Helen, 72 years old. She came in feeling constantly tired. No sharp pain, but she said walking made her short of breath. Every morning she felt drained, like her body was running out of battery. She told me, "Doctor, my legs do not hurt. They just have no strength. I want to stand up, but I feel no drive inside me." Stories like Helen's are very common after 60, not because the body is old, but because muscle and nerve cells slowly lose their ability to handle stress, to resist oxidation, and to keep balance with silent hormonal changes. For cases like this, I often suggest something simple but powerful: a cup of ginseng brewed with green tea. This combination works like a renewal duo. Ginseng is an adaptogen. That means it helps the body adapt to stress and brings back inner energy. For seniors, adaptogens are essential, because even small things like lack of sleep, emotional sadness, or a sudden weather change can weaken the muscle-nerve system. Green tea brings more to the table. It provides egg and L-theanine. Egg helps reduce muscle oxidation. L-theanine improves calm alertness. It does not make your heart race like coffee, but it keeps your mind clear and ready to move. Especially in the morning, this tea helps blood flow better to the limbs. It brings more oxygen to the muscles, so your legs feel stronger, more balanced when walking or climbing stairs. After 3 weeks, many patients tell me the same thing: "I do not know why, but walking feels easier and my mind feels lighter too." Here is how to use it safely. Steep 1 teaspoon of green tea with a slice of fresh ginseng, or a 1/4 teaspoon of ginseng powder. Use water at about 80 degrees Celsius. Let it steep for 5 to 7 minutes. Drink after breakfast or in early afternoon. Avoid drinking after 3 p.m. to protect your sleep. This is not a magic cure, but if taken daily, it may help a 70-year-old feel like their legs are recharged, ready for longer walks, steady stairs, and mornings full of energy and clarity. 2. Ashwagandha Root Tea. Deep sleep, steady muscles after 60. Two problems quietly weaken your muscles: poor sleep and rising cortisol levels. When sleep is not deep enough, your muscles cannot rebuild properly. And when cortisol stays high for too long, it breaks down your muscles, slows recovery, and leaves you feeling weak. Ashwagandha, also known as Withania somnifera, is one of the most studied herbs in traditional Indian medicine. In a review from the National Library of Medicine, regular use of ashwagandha for 4 to 8 weeks lowered cortisol levels by 23 to 28%, especially in older adults under chronic stress. But that is not all. In a study from the Journal of the International Society of Sports Nutrition, people who took 600 milligrams of ashwagandha root extract daily for 8 weeks gained more muscle mass and strength than those who took a placebo. This was especially clear in adults over 40. This is powerful for seniors facing neuromuscular decline, that silent breakdown of the connection between brain and muscle, the reason for shaky legs, poor balance, or sudden falls. Ashwagandha helps restore that communication. It improves reaction, coordination, and control. Another benefit is deeper sleep. According to PLOS 1, ashwagandha contains a natural compound called triethylene glycol. It helps activate GABA receptors in the brain, making it easier to relax and fall asleep faster. Recommended use: simmer 2 to 3 grams of dried ashwagandha root in 200 milliliters of water for 10 to 15 minutes. You may add honey or cinnamon for taste. Drink 1 hour before bedtime to support your nervous system, hormones, and deep rest. Ashwagandha tea is not magic, but it is safe, natural, and backed by science, a gentle way to support muscle recovery and improve your quality of life day by day. 3. Ginger Turmeric Tea. Ease inflammation. Rebuild strength every morning after 60. Your body faces a quiet battle. It is not loud, but you feel it in your legs, in the stiffness of your knees, in the time it takes to get out of bed, in the way a simple walk now feels like a task. This is low-grade inflammation. It builds slowly, but it spreads deep, in your joints, in your muscles, even in the connective tissues that hold your balance. You may not notice it at first, but over months, over years, it wears down your strength, reduces your range of motion, and makes falls more likely. Ginger and turmeric are not medicine. They are nature's quiet answer to this slow damage, and when used correctly, they help the body respond gently, but powerfully. Ginger contains gingerol, a phenol compound that boosts circulation. It helps dilate blood vessels, so more oxygen reaches your hands and feet. That means less coldness, less tingling, and stronger nourishment for muscle fibers. Turmeric is a deep golden root. It holds curcumin, an anti-inflammatory powerhouse. In fact, over 700 studies have examined its effects, and daily low-dose curcumin has been shown to match the power of some over-the-counter pain medications without harming your gut, according to the Journal of Medicinal Food. But curcumin needs help. It is poorly absorbed alone. To unlock its full potential, you need piperine, found in black pepper, and just a touch of healthy fat like honey or coconut milk. That is why the right combination matters, not just the ingredients, but how you prepare them, how you time them, and how your body receives them. Suggested recipe: 2 slices of fresh ginger. half a teaspoon of turmeric powder, or a few thin slices of turmeric root, a pinch of black pepper, ground finely, 250 milliliters of hot water. Let it cool to about 80 degrees Celsius. 1 teaspoon of raw honey or a squeeze of fresh lemon, optional, steep for 7 to 10 minutes. Drink slowly, while warm, in the early morning before food. This timing is key. In the morning, blood flow is rising, digestion is clear, and your body is most ready to absorb anti-inflammatory compounds. If your hands are cold, if your legs feel tired by 10 a.m., if stairs are harder than they used to be, this tea might not change everything, but it can change how you start your day. It warms the body from within. It tells your joints they are supported, and your muscles, they are not forgotten. No side effects, no harsh chemicals, just roots, water, and care. Ginger Turmeric Tea is not just a drink, it is a morning ritual, a moment of attention for the body that has carried you for decades, and when done daily, it may help you take back those little moments of strength, like walking without a cane, bending without hesitation, and stepping forward with confidence. 4. Rooibos Tea, muscle recovery and deeper sleep after 60. Rooibos tea is more than just a warm evening drink. It is a quiet helper for bodies that have been through decades of movement, for knees that have climbed stairs for 50 years, for hands that have held grandchildren, gardened, carried groceries, also called South African red tea. Rooibos is naturally caffeine-free. It does not jitter the nerves. It does not upset the stomach. Instead, it settles the body and gives the mind room to breathe. Though it has only become popular in the United States recently, it has been a part of African healing traditions for centuries. Used to soothe the heart, calm the gut, and restore balance after a hard day. So why is it perfect after 61st? It helps muscles recover. With age, even light movement can leave us sore. A slow walk, pulling weeds, reaching for a shelf. The next morning, you feel it in your calves, your back. Rooibos is rich in 2 powerful antioxidants, aspalathin and quercetin. Together, they fight the free radicals that quietly damage muscle tissue over time. They reduce oxidative stress. They protect fibers from micro tears. They help the body heal naturally. In fact, a study from the Journal of Inflammation found that quercetin reduced post-exercise soreness in older adults, and when combined with aspalathin, a rare antioxidant found only in rooibos, the tea becomes a gentle recovery tool, not for athletes, but for everyday seniors who want to feel just a little stronger, a little steadier. Second, it calms inflammation, especially in the legs, that heavy feeling, the slight swelling, the dull pain that comes and goes. Those are signs of low-grade inflammation. Rooibos works quietly. Animal studies have shown it lowers inflammation markers like interleukin-6 and TNF-alpha. That is why many older adults who drink rooibos daily say their legs feel lighter. They notice less puffiness and fewer nagging aches, not overnight, but within a few weeks. Third, it improves sleep, and not just any sleep, deeper, more restful sleep, without pills, without dependence. Unlike green or black tea, rooibos has no caffeine. Instead, it contains flavonoids that support natural cortisol balance. That means less nighttime anxiety, fewer 3 a.m. wake-ups, and a smoother transition into deep sleep. In a small 2021 study in Japan, seniors who drank rooibos tea nightly experienced an 18% increase in deep sleep in just 10 days. Fourth, supports your liver. As we age, our bodies collect more medications, more toxins, more stress. The liver must work harder. Rooibos helps. It boosts a detox enzyme called glutathione peroxidase. This enzyme helps flush waste from the blood, protecting your muscles, protecting your energy, protecting your long-term health. How to prepare: steep 1 bag of Rooibos tea in about 250 milliliters of hot water. Let it sit for 5 to 7 minutes. The temperature should be around 90 degrees Celsius. You can add a touch of cinnamon or a few curls of orange peel or even a splash of vanilla. These warm flavors make it even more soothing. Drink it 1 hour before bed, not rushed, not distracted. Just you, your tea, and the quiet of evening. Let it signal to your body that the day is done, that rest is safe, and healing has begun. In the morning, choose Ginger Turmeric or Ginseng Green Tea to wake up your energy, to start circulation. In the evening, choose Ashwagandha or Rooibos to wind down, to restore. It is a simple rhythm: morning tea, evening tea, gentle, steady, healing, because at this stage of life you do not need intensity, you need consistency, and Rooibos delivers just that. A quiet companion for your strongest years yet. Main message: 4 kinds of tea: ginger turmeric, ginseng green tea, ashwagandha, Rooibos. They are not magic, not quick fixes, but they are something better. They are gentle, predictable, honest. And that is exactly what the aging body needs. As we grow older, our bodies stop responding to extremes. We do not bounce back like we used to. What we need now is steady support. Not a storm, but a soft rain. Not a jolt, but a quiet nudge. These teas offer that. When taken daily, at the right time, they can help restore strength in your legs, help you feel more stable when you walk, reduce the dull aches that show up in the morning, ease the heaviness that settles in your calves after standing too long, and perhaps most important, they help blood move freely. To the toes, to the thighs, to the brain, to all the places where oxygen tends to run low after 60. And it is not just your legs, it is your brain, your nerves, your hormones, all those systems that quietly shape how you feel each day. Ashwagandha supports your cortisol rhythm, that stress hormone that steals your sleep, that keeps you wired at night and tired during the day. Rooibos calms the nerves, protects your liver, and gives your body room to heal without caffeine, without shaking your balance. Ginger Turmeric Tea and Ginseng Green Tea, they are your morning partners, warming, awakening, reducing inflammation in the joints, helping you feel more alive before breakfast, clearing the morning fog that tends to settle with age. The science is catching up with what ancient cultures already knew, that nature works best in quiet repetition, not in high doses, but in consistency. Because the real medicine is not the plant itself, it is the habit. The moment you give yourself each day, a morning cup to start the flow, an evening cup to let the body rest and rebuild. You do not have to believe in miracles, you just have to show up for yourself with patience, with a little faith in the small things, the strength in your legs, the calm in your chest, the clarity in your thoughts. They are built slowly, 1 sip at a time, not rushed, not forced. Just like an old tree grows deeper roots, even when the wind keeps blowing, your body can grow stronger, not by doing more, but by choosing wisely and doing it every day. 1 cup in the morning, 1 cup at night. That is not a cure, that is a rhythm, and rhythm is what the body remembers, long after everything else slows down. So whether you are 65, 75, or beyond, let this be your quiet practice, one that supports not just your muscles, but your independence, your dignity, your peace. You see, we cannot turn back time, but we can move forward with stronger, steadier legs, thanks to small choices made each day. A cup of tea, it may seem simple, but when chosen wisely, the right kind, at the right moment, it can become a quiet ally, helping you rebuild muscle, calm inflammation, sleep better, and step out with more confidence every morning. Do not treat tea like a magic cure. Treat it as a kind gesture you offer your own body. Because your legs, they have carried you through years of life. They deserve gentle care and a little love. And if you have ever thought, I do not need much, I just want a few more healthy years to play with my grandkids, to walk on my own, to live without being a burden, then remember this, starting today, with just one cup of tea in the morning or before bed, could be your first step on that journey. If this video brought you something helpful, please tap like, share it with someone you care about, and subscribe to Senior Healthy Tips 50+, because here, we do more than talk about health. We help you hold on to the best years of your life with simple habits and a whole lot of love.